Welcome back, everybody. This is my top 5 for the week of July 6th through the 12th. We'll start from 5 through 1, and I'll give you some more. Added up, kind of added more from last week's to this week's. So number 5, pretty sadly, is the only match on ECW that I even thought was interesting, and that was Finlay versus Miz, with Finlay picking up the win. ECW just sucked playing out this week. Hate to say it because I could watch ECW too, and I just hope that some of these developmental people can do better. My number 4 was Triple H versus Chavo Guerrero. Had some offense back and forth between each other, with Bam Neely interfering a lot. Well, not a lot, a couple times. At the end, him getting pretty much knocked out, pedigree to Chavo. Number 3 was Rey Mysterio's in-ring debut on Raw, with his first match back from injury, which was against Santino Marella, which is probably just going to play into kind of get him back, have Santino job to him for a couple weeks. If they do a pay-per-view, it'd probably be something, maybe Great American Bash, not SummerSlam. They wouldn't waste a match for SummerSlam. If they do, then WWE is retarded. Maybe if they continue it farther after SummerSlam, maybe a pay-per-view after SummerSlam. But looks like hopefully he doesn't get injured again. I mean, he had the knee, turned around, and then had the shoulder, the arm. Hopefully he can actually stay healthy for a while. Number 2, kind of going back to number 5, Miz and Morrison versus Hornswoggle and Finlay on SmackDown. I kind of like what they've got going here with Miz and Morrison versus Finlay and Hornswoggle. I know a lot of people don't like Hornswoggle, that he's just a waste of time. But they're trying to attract kids more. And I think it's kind of funny seeing him and Finlay with the whole storyline, with the whole father thing, that they are family. It's kind of I hope they can actually pick up the tag titles to kind of give it away from Miz and Morrison, because they've had it for so long. It's a nice run. I'd have to give him credit for that. And I do like Miz and Morrison. Miz has really improved from when he first started, of course. And I think it's because he's been with Morrison, kind of got chemistry off of each other. And I hope that tag team stays around for a while. Really good tag team right there. And my number 1, no big shocker, Fatal 4-Way on Monday Night Raw. Now this gave 2 matches for the Great American Bash. Batista against CM Punk for the World Heavyweight title, and just announced like 2-3 days ago, JBL versus John Cena in a New York City parking lot brawl for the Great American Bash. The Divas title is now confirmed for the Great American Bash as well, with Natalya and Michelle McCool. And the match on SmackDown last night between the Divas tag team was a complete joke. That match was so... I don't even know why they have Cherry wrestling. She does not know what she's doing. Same with Maurice. They need to get him back down to FCW again and give him more training. That was just... Between those two, that was just awful. And a wild card match, which I thought was good, was Mr. Kennedy versus Deuce and Domino. No, not Deuce. Deuce is on Raw now, so just straight up Domino. With MVP at ringside with Foley and JR. And Kennedy comes down and tells him that he's better than MVP, of course. That's how they're kind of going with an angle through here. And Umaga comes in at the end and kicks Kennedy down, and Simone spikes. Gives him the Simone spike. So I wonder if they're going to go with a tag team with those two or not. Maybe, maybe not. The worst match was ECW's main event yet again. with Tommy Dreamer versus Mark Henry. I had Tony Atlas be the guest ring announcer, and kind of seemed like he was pulling on Tommy Dreamer's side and trying to be friends with Mark Henry, but Mark Henry wasn't accepting it. So Delaney grabbed Mark Henry when he was going up against the ropes, and Atlas stepped in to try and break it up, and threw Delaney into the announce table. Dreamers kind of stepped in the way and got knocked out. I don't even know what the final went. From what I heard was Mark Henry won, but that's just a waste of time. But I do like that. The one thing that I am liking about ECW is they've got a lot of new talent starting that's going to be promising talent. They have got Evan Bourne, which they could probably push him really hard and get him into the ECW Championship contendership. Chris Harris, aka Braden Walker, he started. From what I've been hearing, I do not watch TNA, and from what I'm hearing, just reading, is that he's going to be getting quite a bit of push. So let's hope that something comes out of that. And who else? Ricky Ortiz versed against Armando Estrada last week. And so let's hope these three guys. My favorite out of the three is Evan Bourne. I'm just in High Flyer, Jeff Hardy, Rey Mysterio, Kofi Kingston. Those are all my favorites, just because of the high flying risk. So I'd have to say the best show of the week was SmackDown. Raw had no storylines whatsoever going for it. They were all just thrown together matches. And the worst show was ECW. This week's rating, I'm going to give it a 2 stars out of 5. And the Kane storyline with Is He Alive or Dead? People are saying Bearer. People are saying Taker. People are saying Vince. I'm going to go out and put my input for Taker and Bearer. And quick thing, Chris Jericho versus HBK at the Great American Bash. Probably the best storyline so far this year, since it's dated back to WrestleMania 24. That's all I've got for this week. Sorry for the noise that's coming on. My dad's getting ready to do work down in the basement. So please subscribe. Leave me any comments, questions. Thanks.